do any montage, of course, what you're looking at is, of course, a voltage. A voltage is always something between two electrodes defined, two or more electrodes. So you need a reference somehow, and one reference could be an earlobe or the mastoid, which is the bone behind your ear. Using an electrode placed on those things and use that as a reference, or to use your electrodes themselves as reference, in which case you can go at voltage differences, look at voltage difference between pairs of electrodes. This is so-called bipolar design. Or that you, for all your electrodes, you consider the average of all the activities as your reference, and work from there. So the latter two are, of course, commercially also more easy. You don't need to have to ask your customer to clip on an earlobe thingy. But of course, whatever montage you're considering, it has an effect on the signals in one way or another. And some montages are better than others, or restricted by the setup you're considering. Maybe last slide for today is the electrode placement, slide 9. You have an international system for that, nationally recognized system, the so-called 10-20 system. The 10 and 20 actually refers to the distance between the electrodes. If it's 10% of the length between the nasion and the inion to points on your skull. You have also the 5% solution, the 5 system, if there are a lot of electrodes. And then what's important here is that the electrodes are labeled with letters, so indicating F, indicating the frontal part, and you see on the bottom right the curve with the nose there and the 2 ears, so you can orient yourself there. The frontal lobe electrodes F, temporal lobe T, C are the ones on the center line connecting the ears, P is behind it, parietal lobe, O, occipital lobe. And then you have also numbers, and the odd numbers are for the left hemisphere and the even numbers for the right hemisphere. So this is the placement of all the electrodes, and how you can record, and how you further will consider your signals for example, to select which ones you want. If you are recording primarily from the parietal area, because your paradigm is evoking responses from the parietal system, you probably will consider electrodes labeled with the letter P. If you have only thing that is appearing from like a language paradigm, primarily the left hemisphere that will be active, okay, then you probably will be considering more electrodes with an odd number, and so on and so on. So it is a naming system that is international standard, and this way it is used in any sort of analysis. If you read a paper, you have this list there. This way you can figure out where the authors of the paper have been recording from. Okay, this will conclude our class. We had today 85 participants, so it's not too bad. And yeah, it's awkward, it's difficult, but let's see how it works for next week. So I hope to see you all back next week. The link will still be active, the same link, I'm told. And I hope for now it's a learning process. Most of you are now up to speed with the system. Some of you have problems because they use a Mac and doesn't work on Mac, and others don't know how to switch it on like this or like that. I hope by next week we are up to speed, because honestly, I think we will be continuing with it until the very end of our classes in May. That's what the signals are telling us, that it will be until half May or so, and this will be the last class. So I think we will have to continue the way we are doing now. Okay, for now, I hope you stay healthy, and I hope to see you back next week.